Hello, my name's Zach and I am here on the south coast of Dorset in Weymouth, and we're going to be going on a little quick tour today of Weymouth Seafront and going around to the harbour side. I'm currently here in Greenhill Gardens, which is a beautiful little quiet spot here in Weymouth. The gardens have won the Green Flag Award for a very well kept garden. As you can see, lovely pastel coloured chalets behind me, and it goes nicely onto the beachfront here. We'll have a little quick stroll through the gardens and then we'll go back out onto the beach. Bowling and putting green here at the gardens as well. It's very nice actually. You can probably hear how quiet it's kind of gotten just getting away from that frontage of the Esplanade there. You can hear the birds tweeting away in the background and people just sitting and enjoying the space here. Got the local gardening team here at work by the look of it, maintaining the displays. And a tribute there to the NHS key workers, just thanking them for their hard work during the coronavirus pandemic. There's also a lovely little cafe here in the gardens, so if you are looking for somewhere a little bit quieter to get away from the busy beach, then the cafe is a great place to come for a little refreshment. I've just got a bit of a sprinkling from the ground sprinkler there as well. Quite refreshing on a hot day. It's only 10:30 here. It's quite quiet down this end, but as we go into the main central beach area, you'll see that even at this time of the day, it does get very busy. The gardens come out straight onto this kind of Greenhill Promenade, straight onto the sea. Now this part of the sea here at Weymouth, this part of the beach here at Weymouth is shingle down this end of Weymouth's famous for its kind of sandy beach, and that's right in the middle of the bay over there. Greenhill shingle, but as you'll be able to see when we head up towards the central beach at the moment, this is really quiet, this beach, in comparison to the main area. So again, if you're looking to go somewhere just slightly quieter, slightly more space, it's still got the great views and the great sea, then Greenhill Gardens and Greenhill kind of beach area is a very good place to go. Fantastic properties along here as well. Actually, you must be very rich to live in one of these places. Just looking over to our right now at this kind of boathouse looking building with a massive deck. Approaching a little eatery, the Beach Cafe, little kiosk here on the beachfront with a bit of decking and some tables and chairs outside. All looks very lovely. And there's a few more of those that we'll see along the Esplanade as well. Coming up, we've got Brunswick Terrace, which is full of these kind of pastel coloured buildings, which is home to many hotels and bed and breakfasts in the area. They kind of span the whole of the Esplanade. Brunswick Terrace, just set back ever so slightly, and the pastel colours, there's some bunting out in some of these, just give it a really nice feel, and a great view, I'm sure, from the bedrooms if you wake up there and look out over at the actual stunning scenery. We'll just pause for a moment and take a look at the beach here at Greenhill. Just coming up now is the Pier Bandstand, where there are some toilet facilities including accessible toilets and baby changing, also a small amusement arcade and a restaurant above. Looks like there's a little traditional kind of beach shop over there as well, selling inflatable rings, ice creams, beach footwear, windbreakers. And we're just approaching the cenotaph now. Stands beautifully here on the seafront, remembering those who fought and sadly lost their lives to protect the country. You might have noticed as we moved along that there's some chalets here, and these are available to hire, I think for the day, for the week, or for the entire season. And they're just available to hire from a little outlet straight ahead of us. And you'll also see that there are a lot of pedalos as well, which we'll stop at in a second. All available to hire, so if you fancy getting on the water, something a little different, then you could hire one of the pedalos here. And they're all kind of named. There's some local names on them as well. The King's Statue, Pavilion Theatre, the Stone Pier. can already tell that the beach is starting to get a lot busier as we get more central into the town. Looks like the traffic is building up here too. It's a lovely wide esplanade here at Weymouth as well, so you've got the traffic, but it is quite separate. You've got some nice greenery just up ahead, which kind of divides the traffic from the walking areas as well. Here we have the Jubilee Clock, which was erected to commemorate the Jubilee of the reign of Queen Victoria in 1887. It's a great landmark, that is. And if you go down the road, down that way, is King Street, and that's where Weymouth train station is, which is only 4 or 5 minutes walk from the beach. On the other side of the road, again, quite a lot of hotels that stretch along the seafront, amusement arcades, and in a minute we'll just be by Rossi's Ices, which is a very traditional ice cream parlour here, very well known. So if you are coming to Weymouth, be sure to get an ice cream from Rossi's Ices. As you can see, the beach is getting very, very busy now. There's deck chairs here as well, which kind of go all the way along the centre of the esplanade. They're available to hire from the beach control staff. And coming up again, we've got a large toilet block which has been built in the recent couple of years. It's got unisex cubicles, individual cubicles, along with accessible spaces, including a changing places room as well, which is really great to have in the centre here. And just around the corner on the side of the building is some outdoor showers, perfect for cleaning down after a sandy day on the beach. The King statue now. Which was erected celebrate the 50th year of reign of King George III. King's statue is also where a number of the buses go from. Including the Portland coaster, which is an open top bus that goes to Portland Bill. I think there's a Jurassic coaster as well, which goes along towards Lulworth, Swanage Way, and services to other areas of Weymouth, including holiday parks, all depart from either this side or the other side of the King statue. These nice kind of palm trees separating the road and the pedestrian area, with seats all the way along. A perfect place to sit and have a rest or enjoy fish and chips or an ice cream. You might also notice that there's a lot of these traditional shelters on the seafront, and a number of them have some of the benches removed to make them more accessible as well. This one here, it's got a bay removed in the centre, so that any wheelchair users can use that space. There's also a few little rides on the beach and some entertainment activities. There's a trampoline thing, a water zorb pool, and just coming up, got a helter-skelter and mini kind of planes and a mini roller coaster as well. Continuing again on the right, just a range of bars, chip shops, Seaside, shop outlets, you know, all the usual rock and fudge and everything you'd want from a seaside resort. If we were to cut down the road there, we'd end up in the town centre. We won't do that. We're just going to carry along to the end of the Esplanade towards the harbour. Some donkey rides here as well. A unique attraction. I think I used to do that as a child. A little donkey ride around part of the beach. Again, something unique and very traditional. Also got some netball courts on the beach there. More trampoline area as well. Coming up, we've got Alexandra Gardens, which is a entertainment complex, amusement arcades, also some traditional rides there. Got a merry-go-round, you know what I mean, a little horse thing that goes around. Dodgems, mini kids rides, and there's some benches and green space as well, which you can sit in, and a kiosk to get some food and drinks, along with the actual amusement arcade inside. And we've also got Sand World exhibition, which is kind of sand sculptures as well. Now, dogs are allowed on Weymouth Beach out of the summer season, so they're allowed on the beach in the winter. But towards this end of the beach, the pavilion end, it's dog friendly on a section which is clearly marked. No dogs on the very centre of the beach, no dogs up at Greenhill. Far in the distance there's kind of some groins and Bowley's Cove, and dogs are allowed up there all year round. And again on this little beach part at the end here, which is nice. It's nice to see that dogs are welcome on parts of the beach. There's lots of families that I can see there with their dogs enjoying the sand, dogs burying or going in the water. It's nice to see that there are some dog friendly parts to the beach. Also got some traditional bed and breakfast, these brick, blue and white fronted buildings, which are bed and breakfasts that span along the edge of the Esplanade here, and Weymouth Pavilion, which is a theatre, so it has function rooms, a cafe and a bar. So it's worth checking out if you're in the area, see if there's a show on, great for rainy days. And yeah, it's a good place to get a bite to eat or drink as well.
Honey, say the word properly.
Also have a fun fair on this forecourt sometimes. There's one there today. And just as we step around this corner here, it'll take us onto Weymouth Harbour, which is a completely different atmosphere, really, to the seafront. You can kind of tell as we turn that corner it's got a little quieter. Harbour's a great place to go if you fancy going crabbing or eating, drinking. Lots of lovely places further along to enjoy. Let's take a quick look at the harbour here. In the distance you can see Knowth Fort, which is an attraction which is open to the public, and the stone pier. By Knowth Fort is Greenhill Gardens, which again a lovely big green open space with a great view onto Portland. So if you're looking for somewhere a bit quieter, something a bit different, then Greenhill Gardens is a great place to head for a picnic. Times like this make me want a boat. Just sit there, nice drink, a scone, whatever you call them, and just relaxing, enjoying the view. Little art gallery open over there. And again, a range of eateries. Along the harbour. And as we get further up, you'll see that there's some spaces that have been created for pedestrians and for people to enjoy sitting outside and eating. A lot of these establishments, there used to be some train tracks that used to run through the road. They were removed a few months ago, and the kind of whole area was resurfaced and changed around. Some very big boats in, which I've not seen here before. And the Harbour Master's office. Which always looks very nice, I think, with that brick and that blue and white paintwork. It is quite early, it is 11 o'clock now, so not too busy along the harbour. As it gets towards lunchtime, things get a lot busier around here. Some lovely cafes and things. Perfect for days like today. Just opposite on the other side of the water is Brewers Quay and Hope Square. Brewers Quay is sadly closed. It used to be a kind of shopping centre, a really unique building, but again, Hope Square, lovely place, lots of eateries and things around there, and home to some events, the Folk Festival, Wessex Folk Festival, Fair in the Square, which has been held there in the past. Again, just a lovely atmosphere over the other side of the harbour, which we won't have a chance to go to on this video. But we'll just stop in a moment and take a look over the water. Thank you for joining me today on this virtual walk around Weymouth. I'm so sorry that the video finished ever so slightly abruptly there. We were just about to finish our journey anyway. Unfortunately, there was an amateur error and the camera stopped recording. But thank you again for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you can like, share and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon.